Hi there, Rancher is back, and this is the second part of the greatest comeback in the history of case farming. And we'll talk about a lot of things today, so get comfortable and let's go. And by the way, the video is delayed because Rancher had a family reunion. I was chilling on the beach, swimming in the sea, and those are actually real photos. Jokes aside, hope you guys have an opportunity to have some rest too, and if so, feel free to share how was it in the comments. Before we start, I want to remind you that I decided not only to restore but also to exceed the number of accounts that I had before the BANWAVE and to reach 150 primes. In this video, I will share the results of the week in farming and trade-ups, I'll answer some popular questions, and I will explain how to properly change the region. Don't forget to leave a question in the comments, and who knows, maybe I will answer your question in the next video. So the first question is, Rancher, how do you top up your Steam balance, doubling your IRL money? I know you wanna know that, but unfortunately for you, I can't disclose this method. It's one of the things that won't survive many more people, so it means it's fragile, and what follows, risky. I can't take the responsibility and sharing it. But I assure you, if you look hard enough, you will find your own ways to top up Steam balance profitably. Now to the second question. Rancher, do you have a main account where you play? I want to make a farm, but I'm very afraid my main account might get banned too. Even if it's not linked to the same number, I'm still nervous because there's my progress, games, rank, skins. Well, actually, Rancho was my second main account. I had it for many years. It had Steam level 14, 32 purchased games, and hours of progress. But in recent years, I honestly haven't been interested in playing games for entertainment purposes. But yes, I do have a main account that's like 10 to 12 years old, with Steam level 66 or so. And like Rancher, I farmed it together with other accounts, and it was one of those that did not get banned. However, after the wave, I decided not to farm it with the rest of the accounts. I farm it manually. So it's now just a regular player's account that launches a game once a week, gets a case, nothing special, exactly what weekly rewards were invented for. And so based on my personal experience, and I might be wrong here, Valve does not care how you register your account, whether from the same computer or different one, whether you changed your IP or not, and so on and so on. I can't even say that such things as long history of activity, other games, achievements, friends made any difference during that ban wave, because Rancho was banned, even though it's been on Steam for several years. And if your main account is dear to you, I would avoid farming it with other accounts that you created for farming purposes. Alright, so moving on to the third question. Rancher, were your storage accounts banned too? And as I mentioned in the previous video, I did not have storage account before, and that was my mistake. So the week before the ban wave, I created my first ever storage account, and it wasn't banned. That decision saved me $40. It could have been too fresh to get banned, but no one knows for sure. Now I have a storage account that doesn't play CS, it has no Prime, and has no access to community market. It's just storage for cases. They come here from farm and then they are distributed further from here. Alright, so the second part of the video, I'll show you how I change the region. But before, I'd like to present you the results of this week in farming and trade-up contracts. This week, my case farm consists of 60 accounts. Slowly but surely, I continue to buy gift cards and activate them on accounts. I changed the region to Ukraine to buy cheaper primes, and by the way, you can purchase such gifts in market on my Discord server, link down below. So, from 60 accounts, we got 14 Revolution cases, 9 Kilowatt cases, 11 Dreams and Nightmares cases, 14 Fractured cases, and 12 Recall cases. No rare cases this week for me. And the total from cases is $27.87. There were no rare skins as well. The only more or less expensive are the ones you see on the screen. Those are P250, 57 and P90. And so we add $1.50 to the cost of cases, which brings us to a total of $29.37. Now moving on to the trade-up results. So remember, first I show you what you can craft and then my results. The screenshot have all the information you need to repeat the craft yourself. Let's go. So the first trade-up is from the previous video, and we tried to craft AK-47 Slate again, and the first attempt gives us Mach 10, and that's a $1 loss for us. The same result on the second attempt. Third attempt gives us P250 and another $1 loss. Fourth attempt M4, and this one does not make any difference to our balance. Alright, moving on to the second trade up. We try to get up, and this craft gives us another M4, again a loss, but at least it's only 29 cents. Moving on to the third trade up. This one is also from the previous video. And finally a successful craft. Galil Stone Cold, $3 profit. Nice, but it's still too little to get us out of the debt hole that we dug ourselves in. Alright, fourth craft, again trying to get up, this time from Prisma Collection. Yes, we are incredibly lucky to get this one. Nice. So the craft result this week gives us extra $8.60 of profit. And so I only choose crafts that are profitable from a mathematical point of view, where profitability is not luck but mathematics. Therefore, eventually we must inevitably get profit. And the total is $37.97. Alright, and so we finally got to the point where I will explain how I personally change the region. That's what I will talk about in this video and in the upcoming weekly video report, which is coming very soon. I will finally share how I currently withdraw Steam balance to my bank account. Alright, so let's move on and change the region. To do so, we need a Steam gift card. You surely know what a gift card is and how it works, and you can get some from me by texting me on my Discord server. The value of a gift card differs, but if your only goal is to change the region, it doesn't matter at all. And so the first side effect of activating a $5 gift card is your account being unlocked. After activating the gift card, you will have a 7-day waiting period before the Steam market is unlocked. But the benefits of gift cards don't end here, and here comes the main topic of this part. Gift cards allow you to change the currency of the account in a few clicks, but it only works if there have been no transactions or top-ups before. That's important. The account must be without any prior top-ups. So why do we need to change the currency? Some change for convenience, for example, going from a dollar account to a cheaper currency to get reselling benefits, but farmers primarily do it to buy Prime cheaper. Some of you might ask, isn't the Prime status price the same everywhere? And the answer is no, because Prime prices vary from region to region due to constant changes in local currency value. And Valve does it best to adjust costs from time to time. You can track this information on this website. I will leave a link for you in the description. So we figured out where the Prime is cheaper, alright? So what's next? We need a VPN or proxy server. Let me say right away, finding free and at the same time safe VPN is almost impossible. Moreover, even if you find a free one, I personally don't recommend you using those. I prefer to pay for my proxies. It's not that expensive, and at the same time it gives me a lot of confidence that all of my data will be secured. So with that in mind, for purposes like this, I use residential proxies from ASOCs, and the reason is that this service charges not for providing you a proxy, but for the traffic you use. Therefore, for purposes where you need many different addresses to perform quick, repetitive actions, these proxies are much more cost effective. And I personally use them not only within the CS farm, and so for those who are interested, I'll leave a link in the description as well. Alright, so we have our proxy. By the way, if you're curious, I'm using ADS Power browser. Now, it's always better to check if your IP address actually changed. For purposes like this, you can use a website like myip.com, link in the description as well. You check, you see that VPN or proxy works just fine, you can move on. If not, and the IP remains unchanged, check the connection, reconnect, and try to fix that before you move on to the next step. Now we can finally log into our Steam account, and it doesn't matter when you registered it, which region number you used, where you logged in before, none of this matters. Okay? So we've connected to Ukraine region, we logged into our account. So what you gotta do next is click on your login, then go to account details, then add funds to your Steam wallet, and here you'll be able to see the option to change your region from the current to the one of your VPN. In our example, it's Ukraine, and that is what important. You have to change the region before you activate the gift. It doesn't work the other way. That's why we need an account with no previous top-ups. So you go to add funds. Before you activate the gift, you need to change the country. So we change the country to Ukraine, click yes, and the rest is simple. You enter the gifts code and activate it. As a result, you now have an account set to Ukraine region, and that allows you to save at the moment $1.60 on each Prime purchase. Therefore, the payback period is shortened by a week or two. Alright, to summarize, here are all the steps you need to take. Buy a gift card, for example on my Discord channel, go check whether Prime has lower price on that website, link in the description, then go get yourself a VPN or proxy of that region. For example, you can use ASOX just like I do. Now you can finally log into your account, change the country before you activate the gift, that's very important, and now you can finally activate the gift to save the changes. Congratulations, now you have successfully changed the region. Okay, so we can finally sum up the week and see how much money I managed to make back so far. So my goal is 150 primes, and for that I need $1,210. On the screen right now you can see the result of all the previous weeks combined. We've made $52.55, and you can also see how much money we had to make back. And now we can finally add our hard-earned, through sweat and tears, $37.97, which brings us to a total of $90.52 made back so far, and $1,119.48 more to go. And so the one last thing to conclude this episode. I value honest opinion. So among my favorite comments not only are your supportive words, but also criticism. Here's my favorite interaction under the previous video. Yeah, and by the way, this one's funny because I myself am curious when the next BANWAVE will come around to shave us all. And I'm open to all opinions. Don't be afraid to share criticism, remarks, or jokes about how we all will get banned again. I enjoy reading your comments and interacting with you. Thank you for supporting the channel with your comments. And I think I have finally recovered from the wave punch that not only buried RANCHO with hundreds of dollars, blocked hundreds of my accounts, but also ruined my plans for a giveaway contest for you. Are you guys ready for a new giveaway? Thank you for watching. And as always, good luck, have fun, and see you soon.